Hello everyone, this is John Klein, the senior sports columnist at the Tulsa World. I'm with John Hoover, sports columnist here at the Tulsa World also. And we're now well into football season. And Oklahoma State barely goes 5 quarters, and I don't know if they've got a quarterback controversy, but there's definitely news when it comes to quarterbacks in Stillwater these days.
Yeah, it seems every year Oklahoma State has got some kind of quarterback controversy, some kind of quarterback situation, a dilemma, an emergency. And I guess they've gotten used to it. The column I wrote today was Mike Gundy he might not be very good at picking starting quarterbacks, but he's remarkably good at getting the backups ready to play. So Dax Garman came out the other day and looked really sharp, I thought, for a guy who has not played a game in 5 years.
He made a throw in that game that I could not believe. He was rolling to his right, threw back across his body, ball probably traveled 50 yards, hit the guy in stride, and I was like, oh. But yeah, he definitely changes the dynamics over there, because I think they like J.W. Walsh. J.W. is a good leader. He's a solid player, solid guy. But Dax has a strong arm, and so there's something to be said for that. That doesn't mean every guy that has a strong arm isn't a great quarterback. Right. But it helps sometimes, especially if you've got a bunch of really good receivers like they've got.
And one of the questions I asked Mike Gundy yesterday was, if you had your druthers, would you rather play a 3,000-yard, 40-touchdown quarterback, or a guy who runs around and gets first downs and is mobile? And he said, I'd rather have a guy who wins, but in his heart, he wants a guy who's going to throw the football.
Right, and it has been that way. Oklahoma started off 2 lopsided games against teams we knew they would probably do that too. Tennessee, they're favored by 3 touchdowns, which I'm a little surprised by. But Tennessee's going to have some players. They may not have a lot of them right now, but they will have some SEC caliber players. They have the best SEC defender on their team. So, I guess this is a bigger test for Oklahoma.
A bunch of freshmen on that Tennessee team. And that's going to be Butch Jones, the new coach, had done a remarkable job recruiting according to the recruiting rankings. We have to see the players play first, but those guys are young, and the fact that it was a 21-point spread is really shocking to me, because now Oklahoma is a good team, and I think everybody nationwide is going to agree that they've got talent to get into the playoff, to make a run at a national championship, but they've not played anybody yet. They've not played anyone yet. And no disrespect to Tulsa, but it was a mismatch from the very beginning.
Well, they were favored by 24 over Tulsa. Yeah. They're favored by 21 over Tennessee.
On the road.
I don't know, but look, I think it is a step up in competition. One I think they need before they go to Morgantown. Yep. Just because I know they'll have more talent than West Virginia, but you and I have both been to West Virginia. That is a hard place to win football games. So I think getting a hard game out of the way before you go out there is a good thing. Tulsa is, I don't even know what to think of them. I think they're okay, but I don't know. I mean, I look at their schedule, and I don't know which side I'm coming down on over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Definitely. We talked right before we started rolling cameras about Tulsa. Would not surprise us if they lost by 35 this week. Would not surprise us if they won by 35 this week. Florida Atlantic's a team that has just been beaten down by Nebraska 55-7, and Alabama last week 41-0 in a lightning shortened game. So you don't know what to expect out of Florida Atlantic. You don't know what to expect maybe out of Tulsa. Tulsa had some good moments against Tulane. Had a couple of good moments against Oklahoma where they made some plays, got after the quarterback a little bit of time or two. Tulsa's got to be favored. Tulsa's got this is a big barometer win for Tulsa and Bill Blankenship.
Well, we talked about the first week. We felt like they really needed to beat Tulane, that was an important thing we're going to do. They did that. We all knew they were overmatched last week. Now they're playing another game where you think, they really need to win this game, because I think winning at Colorado State is going to be difficult, and they've got hard games ahead. So I think for Tulsa, this is kind of a big week. This is John Klein and John Hoover. Thanks for watching. See you next week.